Hey, you wanna hear a good joke?
Because I tell you what, you pull that shit on my kid, and the danger to your person cannot be measured. But I digress.
Program contains immature and adult subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Still fucking what? And with real-life Bond villain Elon Musk beavering away on X, spreading a flurry of slurry across the Gooniverse, and Jeff Bezos crouched in a filleting position ready to receive the royal orange cock of the tax-dodging multi...
Warning, the following contains images of animals in their natural habitat. Viewer discretion.
Dodging multi-millionaire felon who's now running the show. America is now a fully fledged plutocracy.
Re-envisioned.
The decline of the American empire. Next.
The killing of unarmed black children playing in a park somewhere. That is obviously bad enough, but that's not what this video is about.
Vaughn into the windup in his first offering.
I want to talk about how police in this country are fucking out of control.
Officer is off the job after he crashed his patrol car while watching, let's just say, things he definitely should not have been watching at that time. Newly released body cam footage shows the deputy's reaction to the accident, and an internal investigation report shows he came clean before resigning.
These fucking people.
And after that, what did he do? He subsequently decided to quit instead of being fired.
Let's take case one here. I'll go to the tape. This guy is jacking off and watching porn.
The audio doesn't come in until just after McComber rear-ends the car, but you can tell he has something in his right hand, and that looks like a phone.
Attention, 911 assist is turned off. Therefore, 911 assist call will not be made by sync. Attention, 911 assist is turned off. Therefore, 911 assist call will not be made by sync.
2980 County, 65 Signal 4.
2988.
You can use Creston and County Road 435. I'm going to be involved. There's going to be Signal 16. So, 10-4.
You hear about the snafu? Can we call it a snafu? A little bit of an oops maneuver?
Actually, he wrecked into a lady with her kids. Pretty hard, too.
Deputy McComber hit the other car hard enough to deploy his airbag, which of course would leave anybody disoriented, but he gets out of the patrol car and eventually reaches down to pick up, again, his phone from the floorboard.
Gosh darn it. Yeah, that sucked. Yeah, I'm good. Hello, ma'am. Are you okay? I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
My brain's locked up.
Just a bit outside.
Okay.
You good?
I was like, oh my goodness, wait. Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. Do you just want to pull
Yeah,
up right
should I
here?
pull for more? Okay.
Just to make sure you're out of the turn lane.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're out of the turn lane.
Straight up watching porn and causing a wreck. And the taxpayers have to pay for it all. And hell, she can't even sue because he's a cop.
And after that, what did he do? He subsequently decided to quit instead of being fired.
Well, obviously there's going to be a suit there. Let's go to the second example.
Be a male on the bike, white hat.
Fellas.
Couple things. One, how old are y'all?
I'm old enough. What's happening?
You're old enough?
Yeah, what's happening?
What you mean old enough?
I'm old enough. What happened?
Okay, all right, my business is not with you.
No.
All right.
You good.
No, he's not good.
Yes, he
If
is.
you tell him that again, then I'm gonna place you on arrest for obstruction.
You ain't got to
all right,
go in the
step
house,
off.
bro.
Step off. No, you're not going in the house.
I am going in the house. Mom! I'm 13, bro. I'm 13, bro. Chill, bro.
What the fuck is you doing?
I am 13.
10-18.
I am 13, bro. Chill. Mom!
Stop! Get on the ground and put your hands behind your back.
We got here's a 13-year-old boy talking to his friend in front of his own house on a bicycle. Let's go to the videotape.
Chill! Put your hands behind your back!
I'm 13, bro! I'm 13 when you're old, bro! I swear to God!
Back up! Back up! Fuck you!
I'm 13, I swear to God, leave me alone, bro! Chill! Chill! I'm
about to taste you.
I'm 13!
Put your hands behind your back! Put your hands behind your back!
It's happened. Mistakes happen all the time.
Just stop! Back up!
Mom!
Both of y'all, back up!
Stop, bro. Hold on. Stop.
Mom, that man did not do nothing.
1095.
The ring camera's on, please. Okay. I'm 13. Leave me alone.
Can you realize you're gonna
I'm 13. Leave me alone. 1095. They gotta call a supervisor. They tripping.
Yes, give me a minute.
They tripping. They ain't even supposed to put them in their hands.
Sit down and shut your mouth.
We came up with them. How old are y'all? I said I'm old enough.
So he gets tackled.
Okay. Like I was fixing you 13. Yeah. Where's your real mom? Is that your real mom? Okay. I'm gonna go explain to her since you're a juvenile. Yes, sir. Stay right. Yes, sir.
Just put him in the car.
Oh. Sir, I didn't run. I don't know what I did.
Yes, he did.
What did I do? Please tell me. I'm actually confused. Please tell me. I'm low-key confused. Where's your mom at? She's over there.
Are you real mom? Are you his mom?
Yes, I'm his biological mother.
Okay. So, like I was going to explain to him before he started obstructing, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. Just
The criminal element has already seeped in.
Your son was illegally riding his bike on the sidewalk, okay? That's against the state of Georgia traffic rule, okay?
okay. And he doesn't have his bike light in the front and his red rear reflector. Okay, it's not even his bicycle. I would definitely take care of that.
When I got out with him, he looked to be young, juvenile.
Yes, yes.
I asked him how old he was. He said he was 13.
Yes.
He tells him, you ain't got to talk to him, walk away. Okay? When I tell him to leave, he gets off the bike and goes to take off running. Okay? This is before we have confirmed his age, who he is, anything. What he's done to that point is commit a traffic violation. So right now, okay, he's broke the 2 traffic rules, okay? And he's out past curfew. He was coming home. Is this where y'all live?
We were just right here. We were right in the back. I was talking.
Where do y'all live at?
Right here.
So y'all do live here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Listen, what do you think? The operation was overwhelmingly successful.
Did you know that he was out tonight?
Yeah, we were just, like I said, we were just out here sitting here talking. I did not realize he went that way.
Because I tell you what, you pull that shit on my kid and the danger to your person could not be measured.
You look like a grown man. Somebody runs from me, that door opens, and that dog don't play. He don't care if you're 13 or 23. Okay? You were that close because I don't know that you're a 13-year-old. I'm coming as a responding officer, and all I know is a grown man is running from one of my officers, and I don't know why. I promise you, you are not fast enough to outrun that dog or these radios. We've had how many foot chases this week, and we've lost none of them because there's more of us than there are of you. And I promise you, you are not fast enough to outrun a radio. That's stupid. It got you more paperwork than you would have got. You would have got a, hey, time to go home, where's mom?
But I digress.
You got a couple years and you go to regular jail with everybody else.
I don't know what exactly.
Because you ran.
I didn't run at first. I ran after he tackled me.
After reviewing the body cam video and footage of the incident captured from the family's Ring camera, prosecutors dropped all charges.
First Coast News crime and safety expert Ken Jefferson watches as Sasser asks the teens how old they are.
Step off. Step off.
The officer tells the guy on the bicycle to get off, and then he slings him to the ground. I don't know why.
Is it not a credible reporter?
I don't know why. He committed a traffic offense of riding a bicycle on the sidewalk. So the compelling question is, did it require that kind of force? It shouldn't have gone as far as this.
Jefferson says Colt should not have run, but from the beginning, Sasser could have handled the situation more calmly.
We're talking about a kid on a bicycle on the sidewalk who hadn't did anything other than ride a bicycle on the sidewalk. And now you're tackling them to the ground.
After an internal investigation, the Brunswick Police Department declared that Bryce Sasser had acted within police protocol and had done no wrongdoing.
People make mistakes. Not all cops are bad, but this cop is a bad apple. And the force needs to get rid of him before something bad does happen.
This next example,
he is rotten.
Bryce Sasser followed in his father's footsteps to become a police officer.
Stay with me, Red! Come on, Red! Bryce, you better hit that bag! You better kick that bag, Bryce! Let's go, Sam. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
You all right, Bryce? It's the worst thing ever.
Little did he know that shortly after, tragedy would strike his family.
Open your eyes, look at me. Oh. Hey, tell your mama, tell your mom you love her.
Documents point a picture of a troubled man who was upset about a recent divorce.
Why are you here at my house? You are not allowed in my house.
Body cam video shows Corey Sasser in the white shirt trying to enter the home of his estranged wife, Katie Kettles, while surrounded by officers who responded to a 911 call.
Hours worth of video and interviews as well as documents, all from the night of Sunday, May 13th.
Can you tell us what's happening?
Yeah, we're married.
Okay.
She's over here with another man. She lives here, yes, but we're married. We're legally married.
I got you.
I want the keys to my Tahoe.
Cops even go out of the way to clear other cops.
After speaking to Corey Sasser outside, you see officers enter the home of Katie Sasser and try to resolve this dispute over the car between the couple that had been living apart.
While he was banging on the door.
What did he say?
He was kicking on the door. He's like, I'll kill you, I'll kill him, I'll kill you. But, yes, he did say that. I'm not trying to charge. I just want him to go away.
The man Katie Sasser says Corey Sasser was going to kill is Johnny Hall, who was inside the home at the time of the argument. Katie tells officers they've been legally separated for 3 months and she will file for divorce later in the week.
That's how it works with cops. That's why cops hardly ever get busted for anything. Because cops take care of cops. You know, like a fucking cartel.
Officers then tried to speak to Hall.
I'm going to use my right to remain silent. I'm going to give you my driver's license.
Okay.
And we're going to move forward with that, okay?
Okay.
He then directs officers to his attorney. Katie Sasser then questions why her estranged husband isn't being arrested.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question.
Wait, hang on just a second.
Is there a reason why if you were to kick in my door, that he's not getting arrested for that?
Officers say it appears that Corey Sasser was lunging for the door, not her. She then asks,
So are we doing this because he's a lieutenant of the Glenn County Police Department?
Hell, sometimes you got a situation where the cop supplied the weapon for the murder. And everybody thought that was cool. It's fine.
On to tell Katie Sasser that there wasn't enough evidence to arrest him for allegedly kicking in the door. Authorities say they released the video to be fully transparent. Now, after this incident, Sasser was ordered not to make contact with his estranged wife.
Lieutenant Robert Corey Sasser
has been arrested for a domestic incident involving his estranged wife and a male friend of hers. That initial incident happened at her home in Brunswick early Sunday morning. The new manhunt began yesterday afternoon after police learned that Sasser had broken conditions of his bond. Today, we spoke with people who know Sasser personally. They say he was in shock after learning that his wife has a boyfriend and served him divorce papers just yesterday. They insist that he wouldn't hurt anyone, just that his life had unraveled in a matter of days.
That's fine. If there's a problem, he just goes down the road and gets a job elsewhere, so he can do more criminal shit.
Digging deeper into events leading up to the murders of a Glenn County police lieutenant's estranged wife and her friend. Investigators say Lieutenant Corey Sasser killed the mother of his child, Katie Kettles, and her friend John Hall before killing himself.
On Tuesday, June 26th, after a divorce proceeding, Corey Sasser sees his estranged wife, Katie, and her friend John Hall at a local restaurant. Later in the night, Sasser begins texting about Talamato Island, where Hill lives.
If you read the content of these messages, I think you'll come away proud.
The following day, June 27th, Sasser trades in his white Ford F-150 for a Toyota Tacoma truck. He was seen transferring firearms described as an AR-15, a hunting rifle, and a Glock into the new vehicle. The same night, the former police lieutenant called the McIntosh 911 director to search for John Hall's address, but she refuses. He then Google searches on his phone, husband kills man who wife cheats with.
I mean, this fucking guy was out of control a long time ago.
And spends the night with his sister. The next day, Thursday, June 28th, Sasser calls Brunswick Memorial Park Cemetery and Funeral Home and pays for his cremation and funeral, stating that he would be taking a job overseas. Sasser spoke with his mother and family at length this day as well. Later that afternoon, he purchases a shotgun at a Valdosta gun shop. 9:39 p.m., a Talamato resident calls 911 reporting shots fired. The neighbor says a man exited a house holding a gun and stated, "This is what happens when you sleep with another man's wife."
The girl told me immediately she heard 6 shots. The guy's down in his driveway. They don't think he's breathing. He's not moving. Upon them going response, they told me they believe the suspect is Corey Sasser.
9:44 p.m., Sasser calls his son and says, "I killed them both."
You ever try to start a group text? You're adding people and you accidentally add the wrong person. All of a sudden, your Aunt Mary knows all your raunchy plans for the bachelor party. Well, that kind of happened today.
And why he didn't report that is fucking bizarre.
Also speaking to his sister, who urges him not to harm himself. At 10:11 p.m., Sasser calls the McIntosh 911 director back and says he's turning himself in at the jail, but he did not. Prior to him reaching his home, Sasser shoots himself in the chest with a .40 caliber handgun in his own driveway.
Now you might be asking, what does this tragedy have anything to do with Bryce Sasser?
News4Jax has also learned Corey Sasser's son, Bryce Sasser, has been arrested and charged with reckless conduct. The arrest warrant shows Bryce Sasser failed to report that his father had taken guns from his home, despite knowing that a Glenn County magistrate court had banned his father from having firearms.
Bryce would then be fired from the department he worked for at the time, only to be rehired later by the Brunswick Police Department in Georgia.
Maybe someone should have checked his, psychology after his dad killed his mom and her lover. But that ain't nothing compared to the Cosa Nostra. The fucking criminal element gangs that run our cops.
Investigation found dozens of law enforcement leaders buying and illegally selling guns. A review of government audits and court records over the last 20 years uncovered instances in 23 states across the U.S., plus Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C., for a total of more than 50 cases. And people who were supposed to protect and serve were selling these high-powered guns and making a steep profit.
And they supply the weapons to all the criminals. Let's go to the tape.
Right. So the key is that these weapons are usually deemed too dangerous to be on the streets. So they're using their access as law enforcement officials to gain access to things that otherwise wouldn't be on the market. They're saying we need this for our official duties to serve and protect, but actually they're secretly turning around and they're selling.
They're buying them because they're law enforcement officials, or they're requesting them? Tell me more.
It runs the gamut. So there were 50 cases all across the country, and there were different ways they got it. Sometimes they stole it out of the inventory. Sometimes they were their issued weapons by the department. In the most egregious cases, there were battlefield weapons, and that requires them to go to federal regulators, ask for special permission to gain access to them. And just to give you a sense of what kind of weapons these are, these could take out an armored tank. They could go through a building at the other side, hit a target 18 football fields away. They can take out a military helicopter. That's an example from a real case we found.
Yeah, rocket launchers and howitzers are not legitimate for cops to even have, much less sell.
An Iowa police chief in a 3-person police department. Town was the population of less than 800. And he had requested over the course of 4 years 90 machine guns to get access to. He'd gotten approval. It took until he requested a Gatling-style machine gun that spewed 6,000 rounds a minute for federal regulators to say there's something fishy going on and starting to look into it. He's now serving a 5-year prison sentence, but he's totally unremorseful about it. He just says it's a business. It's not illegal to sell things in this country, and he's appealing his sentence because he just doesn't think it's a crime.
Oh, this is a lot to take in, Erin. And when I'm looking through all of this material, I'm seeing here that your team also uncovered social media posts where the buyers are talking about how they got the officers to sell weapons.
This is what the leftist media is reduced to. So now we're griping about who's on a text message and who's not. I mean, come on.
Only the best and the brightest.
So when you're talking about machine guns, you do have to go to the federal regulation because there's been an outright ban in the United States since 1986. No one can have access to them. The one exception is official government use. So they go to federal regulators, but all you need is a letter. It's functionally a permission slip.
Concerns about it at all. It's adults having a discussion.
But the problem is there are cases where they've ended up in the hands of criminals. So they've ended up with drug traffickers. They've ended up with arms dealers. There was a case where a police chief, a mayor, and a town, it was a member of the town council, were trafficking guns and tactical gear to a Mexican cartel. There was a case just last year where they all ended up pleading guilty. It was 2 police chiefs, a sheriff, a Delta Force veteran, all conspiring together with a sanctioned Russian arms dealer, and they ended up in the hands of an international gun trafficker.
See, I guess the problem was here in America that crime really has been on the downward trod, and you can't fund a bunch of crooked cops for no reason. You gotta have some crime. So let's make sure we get them guns right back out there. Meanwhile, make a little scratch on the side.
Again, all of that ended up pleading guilty, so we know for sure that they were doing that. And then there was a case in the Northeast where it ended up being used in a fatal gang shooting of a 14-year-old boy who was just standing at a high school football game and accidentally got shot. So most of the cases don't end up in those egregious situations, but they certainly have and do, and these are law enforcement officials.
And arguably that's the whole reason why they're supposed to have these permission slips, because once they get out into the public, then they're uncontrolled, then you don't know where they're going to go next.
I mean, this is insane.
But I'm also seeing here that there's some former ATF agents that you spoke with that said that they were reluctant actually to charge these officers who sold the weapons. What's going on with that?
So we spoke to about 6 agents who were the lead investigators on some of these cases, and the officers themselves were the ones the federal agents were the ones who were actually really frustrated with this.
Oh no, this isn't 1 or 2 bad apples in a bushel of fine apples. These aren't Macintosh. Let me tell you.
But the memo said it's our job to educate, not investigate. And I actually tracked down the senior agent who had written that memo, and he said, we generally take the posture, we don't question our law enforcement partners. These are our partners. We're just going to give them the benefit of the doubt. And it's really only in the very, very egregious cases.
This is happening all across the country. Every fucking day.
That we actually pursue. So when they've gotten many, many warnings, when we've traced them directly to a crime, and that's when you start to see charges. So the more than 50 cases, that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more out there that all these agents are saying, oh yeah, I said, how do I look that up in the court docket? You're not going to see anything.
I mean, hell. You know how Republicans love a good shooting? You would think that, psychos buying these guns and then going shooting up a school, you'd think that'd be enough for him. I'm Zachariah, Lone Star Liberal. Stop sending the guns to the cops. We might actually survive this.
Did see, though, I think, was top level officials doing their job, doing it well.
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad cause I'm brown. And not the other color, so police think they have the authority to kill a minority.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't negotiate, let's investigate, we'll accelerate, I'm taking him down.